Hello, everyone. It's Vincenzo, and we're back with another amazing episode of Divinity Original Sin. As always, I'm controlling Jazargo and Jahan, and with me is, of course, Shward, and he's controlling Zelda and the Mighty Medora. And we're still in our quest to look for more Star Stones and Bloodstones. And in the last episode, we got to nearby this area. We did find one, but we also know that there's supposedly supposed to be one in this area. So we're gonna be looking through that and see if we can find another Star Stone and continue on with that. How does that sound, Schward?
Sounds fantastic to me. Vincenzo, I am looking forward to getting stoned today.
Getting stoned, cause desert.
Oh, you ruined my joke. You've ruined this. We're off to a rough start today. Off to a rough start. As long as we don't encounter any ginormous spiders, I think we'll be all right.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Oh no! Oh, unexpected! A giant spider. What? And it is ugly. Now, Vincenzo, as I understand it, you are a previous spider owner. You had a tarantula. This does not look like a normal spider. Is this still a... would you consider this an abomination of nature, or would you consider this just a misunderstood eight-legged friend with a pelvic thrust? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, honestly, this is kind of an ugly spider. I don't think it's misunderstood.
Okay. All right.
Like,
Oh yeah.
it'd be one thing if it had like fur. You know, it just looks like it's made of skin. That's kind of gross.
like a human, you mean?
Yeah, like it looks like it has human skin, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's putting me off a little bit.
Yeah, no, okay, cool. All right, we're on the same page. So it's the fuzz that gives the spider its amenability. You know, when you look at it, you go, oh, that's cute, or oh, it's something I'd like to hang out with. It's the fuzzies or the furs that give it that. If it doesn't have that, it looks grotesque.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think should be fair.
I was just gonna say, I wish they gave this spider a name rather than just Spider Queen. Because, fun story for you guys, my tarantula was a female, but we didn't know that, so we just called it Keith, like, as a funny name. And even once we found out it was a female tarantula, we were just like, we're just gonna keep calling it Keith, because it's just funny.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, though, Keith bit somebody because it called him Keith, right? Was that the reason?
May have been, but yes, see, now, I used to handle this tarantula all the time. Like, I'll just let it crawl between my hands. No problem. But yeah, one time it bit my stepdad. So, we stopped handling it after that. We're like, alright. Not touching her anymore. I almost said him, because I was thinking
Right.
her name is Keith.
Don't misgender the spider. And she
Yeah.
was thick, right? She had a nice furry abdomen.
Oh yeah. That species of tarantula, guys, it's native to Texas, which is where I'm from, and it can kick the hairs on its abdomen to like predators to irritate them. So you just learned something today.
Which, you know, I don't know ultimately where that ranks in the evolutionary scale. Like, I feel like, you know, something that makes predators, like kills predators or makes them, like, avoid you altogether, that's great, which that could qualify as, but it also sounds like there's also the piss off your predator type thing. It's like, haha, take my little spiny things. They'll just make you very irritated and more determined to kill me.
Yeah, right? Like, because I think what it's supposed to feel like is like when you get fiberglass on you. So it's just like
Yeah.
really irritating.
Right.
But maybe to like smaller predators, it's like actually like kind of painful to where they just back off.
That's
who
the
knows?
hope. That's the hope. Yeah, it would suck if your defensive mechanism was only something that irritated the crap out of people that were, or things that were trying to kill you. It's like, well, if it was just kind of casually hungry now. Oh, we're getting some spider on spider violence here, folks. This is beautiful. Oh, come on, Zelda. Finish it off. Darn you. See, the lack of visibility, it has nullified all of Zelda's decent attacks, so she can only just shoot her little pew pew.
Yeah, I should have looked at what he was, what she was weak to.
Keith.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call this spider Keith now. I'm feeling
That
nostalgic.
in memoriam. Alas, Keith, we never knew you. That is a pretty fun name for a spider, though.
Yeah, we always came up with very weird names for our pets. We had an albino corn snake called Benedict.
No.
And my brother he still has it, but he got it when he was like 12. And he got a bald python and he named it Colt, like Colt Python.
Colt?
Yeah.
You said bald python?
Yeah, bald. Like, I think it means like, because they ball up. I think that's what it means.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't think any python had hair, but okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think as far as he knows, he still has it, so it's like 10 years old.
Oh, dang. What's the lifespan on those?
Honestly, I have no idea. But that's actually, for anyone who wants a snake, that's like the easiest snake to take care of. Which is, I think, why my parents were like, okay, yeah, you can have that. Because it's like very easy to handle. It's not violent, really. And they live for a long time. I mean, the last time I visited him about 2 years ago, he still had it.
Oh, jeez. And that's a bald python.
Yeah.
Okay. So called because it balls itself up, not because it does not have hair.
Yes. Even though no spider has hair.
Well, wait. We're talking about snakes, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh, no,
snakes. Snake.
Okay. Oh no, you got the mohawk snake, which just has that, and then the mullet snake. You gotta watch out for the mullet snake. Those are really tough.
By all that is holy, must we persist through these sands where spiders dwell?
Jehan is such a
hate
diva.
them, hate them with fury and fear.
And fear.
Some say that all creatures are creations of
At least he's honest.
If this be true, then surely
I just find it so funny that this guy's
such things could
like he
only
kills
crept into
demons.
existence
He's
Right.
seen
the
some
very
shit.
bowels of hell's
But
most
spiders, that's where he draws a
ever
line.
spawn.
Well, I will
Avoid them
say,
if you
so
can,
obviously,
please.
like
They
mileage
stir
varies,
something
but
deep
like there
within
are some
you, a
things that,
primal dread that claws
like
at the
if you
soul.
just show me like I'm trying to think. Okay, like a Urukai from like Lord of the Rings. They're evil. They're bad, but they're not really scary looking. They're just kind of big and. I mean, I wouldn't want to come face to face with one in a dark alley, but they're not scary. But like a giant spider, like Shelob, that would freak me the heck out. Like even Sauron, like with his cool armor and everything, I wouldn't be afraid of him. Like just based on visuals, I'd be like, oh my gosh, he's gonna eviscerate me. But I would rather fight him than Shelob because while he would kill me in an instant, Shelob would probably take her time, and I would have to look at her ugly, ugly body the entire time.
Whether you truly understand
So I think
me
it's
or not
it's just
is none
it's
of my concern.
some things terrify people
Many will
other
mock
more than
such a
others, I
seemingly
guess.
senseless neurosis, but that is the point entirely.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really afraid of much.
Because it is the nightmare of the dark. The child's
Yeah, I would say
fear of
the only thing I
long-time
have a
ghoul
genuine
under the bed.
fear of would be
It is something I can neither fathom nor
sharks,
control.
like great white
And
sharks.
though it shakes
Those freak me the heck out. Like I would not. But to be fair, I would not if I'm in a body of water at all. I don't want to see anything bigger than me in the water.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like even like whale sharks, they're like the size of a bus. They're harmless. All they eat is plankton. But I still would not want to see one of those swimming below me. That would just, oh jeez, yeah. So I don't know. Low visibility and big objects, scaries.
Honestly, aquatic life is kind of terrifying. Like, what is it? Is it orcas? But there's one species where they like they'll recognize like fishing boats that are like taking their food basically, and they'll like try to capsize them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we got this because of like places like SeaWorld and everything. We have this idea that orcas are friendly. They are vicious creatures. Like they will destroy sharks. Now they don't hunt humans, and they're not. I don't think they're known for attacking humans directly, but like you said, there's been reports of them capsizing boats. Like they're smart, and if humans are getting in the way, they will do their thing. They just don't actively hunt us. But technically, I mean, there are definitely reports of sharks of various kinds attacking humans. Obviously, some of them, it's just a nibble. It's like they're just testing us out, and they're like, oh, this isn't my normal food, never mind. Some of them are aggressive, but on the whole, sharks are not any more predatory than orcas are, at least, as far as we're concerned.
Yeah. I think that's like the thing that's scary about orcas, though, is that they're smart.
Yeah.
Because I think they'll even they'll do, I think they'll see what's the name of that one lion? Like a sea lion. And,
sea lion?
Yeah, they'll see it sitting on an iceberg, and they'll literally send a wave to knock it off into the water, and then they'll go after it.
Jeez.
And they use that same thing to try to capsize boats that are stealing their food, and that's the terrifying part about them.
Yeah. When you're not getting away with anything, they're not just swimming around just chilling. They're observing what you're doing. And once again, Zelda saves the day with her amazing sharpshooting.
Against those terrifying spider eggs.
Yeah, those vicious. Man, I tell you what, the way they were being there, we were in some serious trouble there. But
what's he doing? He's just standing there talking.
Oh yeah, what is happening?
All right.
What can I do for you? And so let
Oh,
the
I'm taking my leave. I don't want to talk to you, Jehan. You're a creepo. Why must these spiders be so dastardly?
Should I
these are
just
creepy.
throw a fireball in there?
Yes! Incinerate.
I'm gonna try to see how many of these eggs I can blow up in one go. Looks like I can only hit about 4 of them.
There's no evading my blazing fury.
I didn't even destroy them.
Well, they are
Alright.
cooking. They are simmering.
I think I can do this though. This will be kind of cool, I think.
Ooh!
Yeah.
What was that called? Like a ricochet? Not a ricochet, but like a cascade?
Infectious flame.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works. What's left? I thought she killed the last one. Darn it! Oh, we got to kill the cultists, I guess. You would think that people who worship giant spiders, that cult wouldn't last very long because they would just get killed. But I don't know.
I don't think I want to know.
No. Nope. I will not ponder that mystery any further. Oh my gosh. See, that's what happens. You worship spiders, you go down as soon as Medora just gets anywhere near you. Let's see. Can she... Immune to knockdown, really? Oh, she's frozen, that's why. I don't know if that's why. Can you knock down somebody who's frozen?
I've noticed it says that if they are frozen. So I'm assuming that's what it is.
Okay. Oh, she turned into a log or something. What is that? Oh, she can't do another shot. Oh no, they hatched. They hatched. I guess that's what eggs do. And then they die. I'll be honest, I actually there were some spiders in my room, and I was kind of on this, like, I don't know, peace-loving kick. I was like, you know what, I'll just leave them be. They're not hurting me, I'll just let them go. Problem is, spiders lay eggs. Those eggs hatch into little baby spiders. Little baby spiders spread out all over the place, and they just start spinning webs everywhere. So I've learned the hard way that you have to kill spiders with great prejudice. Not tarantulas necessarily. I don't think I could bring myself to even try to kill one of those things because they're almost the size of a cat or a squirrel. But the small household spiders, I kill them now just because I don't want my house filled with spider webs and baby spiders.
See, I convinced my wife to be like, okay, like if you see like a lot of spiders, start killing them. But if you see like one, like leave it be because it's gonna kill like any insects that get in the house.
Yeah, yeah, no, and that was my mentality too. I was like, I mean, granted, I don't have a lot of other insects that get in the house, but I was like, that's, I kind of gave it that leeway. But somehow, now spiders don't asexually reproduce, right? They have to have a mate of some kind, all of them, pretty much.
I believe so.
So somehow she got it on with another spider, and like I said, it was about 2 or 3 months later or something. I saw a bunch of little spider babies. I'm like, oh, cute little spider babies. I'm thinking like Charlotte's Web, Oh, let little Charlotte's babies go. But then I just, like, every morning I'd wake up and there'd be a new spider somewhere, and they would have spun a web between, like, attaching the wall to my, like, Imperial Guard helmet or something. I'm like, look, you can't start messing with my Star Wars helmets. That's sacred ground. But they didn't listen to me. That's the thing. I wish we could communicate with spiders, or just insects in general. Just be like, look, you keep to yourself. I'm not going to hurt you. Like, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to kill you. Just, stay in your area, and I'll stay in mine, and we'll be good to go. But they don't listen.
Yeah, like, hey, you can stay here. You can have all the little insects you want. Not that my house is filthy to the point that there's insects, but I'm not going to kill them if you're going to kill them.
Right, exactly. Well, and here's the other thing too. I'm getting my house ready for sale, and so I'm cleaning areas that I hadn't even been to in a while, or hadn't really messed with in a while. And there are like dead insect carcasses all over the floor. There were all over the floor, like little black, hollowed out carcasses from the spiders that got their hands on the little insects. But they're just like, there were like 30 of them in the corner, or maybe not that many, but like 5 or 6 of them. So they don't clean up after themselves, is my point. That's the other thing too. It's like, look, you can feed, but you got to do something. You got to dispose of the corpse. You got to figure out a way to get rid of the corpse, because I don't want little insect corpses all over the floor. And you could argue that I should have just vacuumed a little more thoroughly, but I prefer to take the I have no responsibility for anything approach.
I'm gonna take that route with what I'm gonna say next. But yeah, I remember the last house that I lived in before we bought this one. It was a very old house, so like centipedes would crawl through the floor.
Ooh.
And there was like, I don't know if it was just like in the area, but there was like a roach problem. Like, and we keep our house clean. We haven't seen a single roach in this house, and we've been in here for about 7 months now, 6 months about.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a single roach in here, but yeah, that house, like, they would find a way in, and like when we're getting ready to clean up to move out, just like, yeah, like just like places like under the couch, like just tons of dead centipedes.
Okay, speaking of under the like, holy cow, these things are just crawling out of every crevasse there is in this freaking level. Holy cow.
I guess it's a good indicator that we haven't been here.
Yeah, well, yeah, because everywhere else. So for those who don't know, we were doing a little scouting just to try to make it a little more viewer friendly. We were trying to get as much done as we could, make sure we knew what we were getting into. And we come through areas that we'd beaten, and you see the corpses strewn about, of all the orcs and, I mean, cats, yes, but all the other kind of vicious creatures that we've killed. Until we get here and there's no dead bodies. It means we haven't really been here. Or we haven't been paying attention. What is that? Oh, I thought it was something I could kill. It is not. All right.
But I hope you guys are enjoying our conversations about creepy crawlies.
And I think that's what this, that's what we've been missing on these longer fights is, applicable conversations. Spiders are a great conversation piece. They are, and these are what we're fighting right now look like baby versions of the big one that we just fought. Oh, nice, petrified. I like that. It tinked. Did petrified actually screw me over?
I don't think so.
Okay, because it tinked instead of thunked. So I'm wondering if somehow petrifying it actually made it more resilient somehow. But I hope that would make a lot of sense. Oh, look at you running away. But it's interesting too. You can make spiders scary or like just kind of gross. I remember I was looking at, I was watching the extended version of The Hobbit, or the Lord of the Rings, and they were showing like some concept, or behind the scenes, they were showing some concept art. And some of the earlier versions of like Shelob and some of the spiders were terrifying. Like, they were like demonic looking creepo things. But Peter Jackson, for those who don't know, he was in the horror genre before he did that, did those movies, and he opted for more of the grotesque, more gross out type version, which is fine, but I prefer the creepy, scary looking stuff where it looks like a demon spawned with a spider. Like, I want to be creeped out, not grossed out. Oh, Medora, you sick weirdo. She's like,
I
need
like
to get
Medora.
Oh, I do, yeah. I need to get that soundbite from her. Everything except for how she says comrade. Comrade just kind of irks me, but everything else about Medora, I love.
I like her like way more than a friend.
I like you. Like, what is that from?
I like you.
Yeah. I like you. Ah, it's such a great series. Oh my gosh. What range? Well, it didn't do anything, but still. Alright, let's see if I can get you not poisoned. Nope, apparently not. Whatever. They'll come to me.
I was trying to leave Jahan over there with his fear of spiders.
Yeah, really? Well, no, okay.
But they had other plans.
I mean, we are just... Well, I only see 2... Okay, nice. Alright, yeah, we've got 1 left, I think. And where is it?
Yeah.
All the way over there.
Oh yeah, he's knocked down. I didn't even see that one. I thought he was dead.
He will be soon. Although not by Medora's hands, unfortunately. At least you're getting some battle, folks. We've had, I think, the majority of our past 2 episodes have been kind of scavenger hunt. Today you're getting some action. Well, I guess yesterday we started off with our... Okay. Don't know what happened there, but I'll take it. Sweet.
Probably died from the burning. God, I missed it too.
Yeah, I guess even spiders can die from burning.
Sweet relief.
Okay, so what we're looking for is Maradino's lab. It is on a cliff right above a guy in a pool of blood who gives you a quest to find it. The lab is in a trapped area past a bunch of drunken goblins.
Okay. Wait, could it be on the shore then? Because I remember a bunch of goblins hanging out on the, on the beach.
What is this? Foreboding trial grounds. I don't think it's that. I mean, it says a cliff right above a guy. Which, that wording is kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay. Are we in theory en route to that? That's why we're here, right? It wasn't.
Yeah. We're looking
spiders.
specifically for this lab because I don't recognize that name like at all.
Okay.
Like there was even, I remember like a month after we like stopped playing, I remember in the second game I ran into a Loik, and he was like just like a hidden fight like way off, like I had played through the second game like 3 or 4 times, and like I had just then found him on like that playthrough.
Oh no.
And I think I sent you a picture of them, and I was like, hey, this is the guy from the first game, like really early on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So like, I recognize the names, but I definitely don't recognize Maradino.
Well, I was gonna say it sounds like it's the cherry, but it's maraschino. I think.
No, it has a D.
No, I'm just saying the cherry name is maraschino, I think, or maraschino
Oh.
cherry. Like the cherries that they put on like sundaes or whatever, the very red, like bright red cherries. Maraschino, I think it's called. Anyway. No. I wonder how many names in video games are conceived of by saying, okay, let's take kind of a weird word that we know and just change a vowel or change a consonant somewhere in there, and it gives us a new name. Like this guy. I guarantee in a writer session they're like, maraschino cherry, what can we do with that? And we got, what's his name again?
Meridino.
There you go. See, you change the CH for a D, and you got Meridino. And you're like, wow.
Did someone leave another door open?
I know
I
back
did.
when I used to try to make my own games, I would just do like little twist off games that like I've played before. Like I even like did one with like Elder Scrolls where I basically
did
just
you
like
really?
made the map like kind of similar to like Oblivion's map,
Mhm.
but I just like I was like, okay, like I'm gonna name the towns after gods, but like I don't know, I came up with like a very weird like naming convention for them. And it was basically like it was like, okay, the map is gonna look like this game, but the names are gonna be like based off of something different that like I recognize.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's a great thing. Like creativity, kind of like one form of creativity is the bedrock for another form of creativity. Like I think most things build off each other. You know, like even people mentioned it before. I can't remember the name of the book, but like Lucas's Star Wars was loosely based off of ideas from some Japanese folklore or something. So yeah, you are partaking of a noble tradition of essentially ripping off or paying homage to previous works to create your own unique work. And the hope is that one day it'll be, or at some point it'll be better or transformative. All right, are we supposed to go in here? Hang on a second, let me look.
Oh no, I was about to say like,
We've been here before.
yeah, we have been here, but I'm curious because I see a lot of the immaculate flags around. I also see a mirror up ahead.
All right, well, let's go for it.
I'm just
I'm just
curious
leery-
as to what that mirror leads to.
Because if anybody has watched this for any length of time, if there is fire to be stepped in or lava to die in, Zelda and or Medora will find it and step in it with great authority. Such is their passion. Medora resisted
just-
death. She resisted death. How did she resist death? She just died. She just freaking died. My gosh!
Hey, it's all good. You got like 4 red scrolls.
I know, but I hate dying. For stupid reasons. This is just ridiculous. Come back, Medora, you dumbass.
It's alright. I just killed Jaeon.
Did you? Okay, hey, I think that's your first time though. Like this is my 28th time dying in freaking fire. So, but at least I'm not the only one. Like, and this is just pathfinding crap. Like, there's no reason. Like, I get it if it's part of a puzzle or part of some kind of thing that's actively trying to kill you. But literally just having flames around and when you're trying to just walk through. Okay, wait a minute. Did you go through the mirror?
I did, but it just
Okay.
kind of leads deeper into this area.
All right. So should I not go through it?
Yeah, don't go through it.
All right.
I'm about to come back because I think. I don't know. I'm trying to also find. Like. I'm also trying to find a little bit more information on where this place actually is.
A stitch in time,
Okay.
eh, my friends?
All right. We're gonna heal up here because Medora has.
I needed that.
We can't get a good look at our hero. Oh, there we go. You know, if it wasn't for the age line between Medora's nose and her cheek, she would look about the same age as our heroine here, Zelda.
Jeez, is there a quest name for this? We have so many quests. Frederick's Bloodstone.
Frederick?
Yeah, this is the guy that we're supposed to look for.
Sounds like a nerd.
We met an injured Immaculate named Frederick who wants us to retrieve the Bloodstone that will heal him. No. But I reckon... Damn. I was just there, like, earlier this weekend when I was, like, doing the research. I ran into the guy, and I talked to him because he was, like, laying on the ground and, like, dying.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, will you help me? And I said no.
Oh, dude!
Because you have to give him a bloodstone, so I was like, oh, no.
Oh.
Into the fray once more.
Well, so wait. So how does that help? So wait. So are they saying giving him a bloodstone gives us a star stone?
No. No.
Oh. Okay. I'm very confused. There's too many stones going on here. They needed to call them something else. We've got bloodstones, which we have 10 of. We still haven't found one that we haven't... Oh, no, we did when we killed the totem. So now we have 11?
Yeah, that's the first one. Yeah, it would be 11 now.
All right.
That
out
we,
of
like, for
17?
sure know that we've gotten.
We're out of 16.
Yeah.
Because the 17th one is we get apparently at some later point.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So... All right. Well, and in theory, there's supposed to be one here. Like, this is why we're here, right? Or
I'm looking more like... I mean, like, they're giving, like, good directions. Like, if you, like, remember things, like, they're saying, like, the entrance is located on the cliff above where you meet Frederick. But it's like, I also don't remember where I met Frederick.
right. Yeah, that's not terribly helpful on their part. I mean, not you, but
Yeah, exactly.
we all look very heroic right now. Let me go ahead and help heal up.
And, like, they'll have, like, a map, but it's, like, just, like, the guy's lair. That's it.
Oh. You know, as much as I hate to say it, considering we're doing the same thing, I've found YouTube videos actually very, very helpful. So I might actually see if I can take a gander at one.
Oh, just below the Spider Queen? Okay, hold on. Because we just did that.
Yeah.
There's a guy in a pool of blood who gives you a quest to find it. But right above the Spider Queen.
Use my magical powers here.
My heels are really dragging here.
That means we're getting back into the desert. Back into the spider's
Potent heat.
lair. Okay, I think apparently Medora and Zelda have higher overall speed. Because they are lapping you dudes. Holy cow.
I mean, yeah, most likely because, okay, I think I know. I think I have a better idea.
I think it's because, ironically enough, you guys are wearing dresses and we're wearing pants. Much harder to run in pants and in dresses than you are in pants.
Oh, yeah, but I was going to say, I think it's Definitely Zelda should be like the fastest because she's like the archer, so she needed like the dexterity and stuff to like move around.
Right, right. Oh, so nice to be bad at the desert.
I found it.
What?
Okay, yeah. So if you look, once you get to where I'm at,
Yep. Okay.
so like you see where like that wooden like little walkway is, and like down below there, there's a pool of blood. That's where he was.
Oh, is this the guy that at the very beginning like committed suicide by jumping off the cliff?
No,
No.
no.
No. No. No. No. No. No. I'm stupid. I don't know. Okay. All right. So I see that, but where is? And so it said the bloodstone is where?
Inside his lair.
Oh,
So
okay.
like, so there was like a rock here, and I had to get like really close to it. So it's right where I'm at, and the rock disappeared, and there's like a little door.
Interesting. Okay.
And this means we'll probably get into a fight.
Sweet.
You were constructing a secret
Those are the
cave.
magic words. Fight, fight, fight,
I
fight,
doubt
fight.
ventilation would be your first priority.
And even better, an
Now that we're
overpowered
here,
If this was
Yeah.
once someone's hidden
yeah,
lair,
it says we should be
they've
level
long
13 or 14 for
abandoned it
this.
by now.
It certainly
And what
doesn't
are
seem
we?
to have been a planned departure, does it?
18 or 19.
19, yeah. Wait, what is Medora? Stop talking. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, we're all 19. Okay.
Which, again, I know like 20 is, I think, like where you're supposed to be for the final fight. So that's kind of a good thing that like it's just showing that we're catching up on like the experience points that we did miss by doing like these quests and fights.
Right, right.
And we're this close to level 20. I mean, we're about. I mean, it's like 100,000, but like relatively speaking, it's like we're probably like 70% of the way through it.
Oh, dang. Okay. Well, that's total content, though, not like main narrative.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it seems like you have to do like a lot of the content to get all these bloodstones.
Which, I mean, to be honest, I don't mind. Like, it does feel like I was a big fan of the Borderlands series, but like Borderlands 2. Oh, hey, fight, fight, fight. What? Oh, come on. Why are we fighting this Rafflesia Abominabla?
Abominabla. Abominabla.
Yeah. All right. I hate it just because its name is retarded. Kill it.
All right, it's weak to fire damage.
Dude, it's level 14.
So-
It's weak to anything.
the tiniest
We are the beasts. Oh, yeah. It sucks. Like, I want to use my fire arrow because it's weak to that, but I'm like, do I really need to do that? We could probably just...
I mean, but how many fire arrows do you have?
That's a good question, actually. I'll have to check when that's my turn. Wait, can I look? Yeah, well, I could look at my inventory. I can't look at my little bag.
sing of strength imbue me.
I don't know. Alright. Let's take a look at her bag here. By the way, the idea for putting the backpack in the quick menu here was Vincenzo's, and as you can see, it's great because now it gives us access to all the arrows that we have. And I've got 13 fire arrows, so... How do I equip that, though?
You should be able to just right-click it, and it'll say shoot arrow.
Target is too far. Son of a... Wait, what? Hang on. No!
You just ended your turn
I did.
on accident.
Yep. I meant to like cancel my action because I was like, it's telling me it was out of range, and I'm like, it's not a range. It's not a area of whatever. I don't know. You'll handle it, I'm sure.
It's okay. It just means Zelda won't steal any kills this time.
Exactly. I was gonna say. Well, Medora might. Well, she
Well,
won't.
Medora deserves them with how much damage she does.
Your grace grave opens to welcome you.
Okay, a lot of stuff laying around.
Oh, jeez. Bow kit part 2. What?
Yeah, I've noticed a few of those laying around. Like, I have a staff kit. I have no idea what that does.
Oh, maybe it's like in Diablo 2 where it's like you have to assemble all 3 or 4 pieces and then you get like a really cool looking or really cool weapon. Let me see if I can give that to...
I got the most important thing, though. It's a key to this study, and we're all looking for this guy's study.
That's okay. Yeah, I feel like crafting is a whole subsection of this game that we really haven't delved into too terribly much.
Yeah, honestly, like, even the second game, I did not mess around with the crafting too much, and then once I figured out the crafting system, I realized, like, how broken it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like the things with, like, the potions, you can just craft, like, the biggest potions, like, right at the start of the game, if you really wanted to. You can craft resurrection scrolls relatively easily.
What? Oh, in the second
like,
game.
Yeah. Like, as long as you know it, you don't need, like, there's, like, no crafting skill. So, like, as long as you know the recipe, like, if you happen to just know it in your head and you combine the items, like, it'll happen.
Dang. Yeah, it sounds like they really did. I mean, there are some times where a sequel is just, you know, a different... It's different than the original in I would say, superficial ways, but it's not completely different. It sounds like they took what made this game either unnecessarily difficult or tedious, and they made sure they fixed it in the sequel. So, we are playing the first one, so y'all don't have to. If you're going to play a Divinity game, you might as well play the sequel.
I will say, though, if you play the sequel and then you're like, oh, I want to play the other ones, and you come to this one, probably won't enjoy it as much, because it is very different, and they streamlined a lot of things in that game.
That's what I mean. They made significant... It sounds like they made significant upgrades on the second one. So when you come back to the first one, you're like, all right, this is very primitive and rough in comparison. Like me, I don't have a point of comparison. All I know is we've had a lot of rough places.
Yeah.
Including this one, where we're just kind of like wandering around trying to... Ooh, Rain of Arrows. I think I have that already. I already know that skill. I can sell it anyway.
Okay, it looks like I have to read these books I just picked up.
Reading. Oh.
But who picked them up?
Meridino loves to read, but you've got to be quite sharp to find his secret literature.
So I just talked to a rat. It says Meridino loves to read, but you've got to be quite sharp to find his secret literature.
Yeah, I picked up like 4 books.
Okay, so you found his secret literature. So the rat was stupid.
Yeah,
Either that or you're quite sharp.
I'm already way ahead of this rat.
The first time in human history that humans have been ahead of the rat game. Ooh, this is kind of a cool cinematic shot here. A little bit of
I just have to find them in my inventory. Meridino's Stormy Nights. Meridino's Devouring Greed. Okay, all the books have different covers, so I have to actually like look through all of them.
For those of you born after, we'll say 1995, this is what we had to do. We had to read books. We had card catalogs in libraries. We had to flip through actual pieces of paper to find pieces of paper to tell us where pieces of paper that were bound between 2 covers were located. It was a sham, really, but that's all we had to work with. Before the interwebs. Vincenzo, you're what? 10 years older 10 years younger than I am?
Yeah, I turn 27 next month. So
Okay,
I don't know
wow,
how old you
yeah.
are.
Dang, 27. 27? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a second. You're only about 2 years away from being feasibly my son. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
that's
40.
like earliest, right?
Well, yeah. It would be, well, legally early. So I'm 43. So, in theory, I was thinking like, all right, if I was 18 years old, because there are a lot of people that have kids at about 18. You're not quite young enough for that, but of this we shall speak no more.
I definitely remember, like, because I remember when I was like 10, I had the original PlayStation, even though like the PS2 had already been out. So they were like kind of used like to the older games and how they worked.
Well, yeah. So you've got the, so they're just saying, I don't know why or how, but for some reason there seems to be a lot of people in the, I guess, generation or decade before me. So there's a lot of people that are about 10 years younger than me, and they all grew up with the N64, the original PlayStation. Like that's their nostalgia, that's their childhood. It just seems like there's a lot fewer people that grew up with like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, because it's about a 10-year difference. So you grew up with the prequels. Well, no, you're actually even young for that. So the prequels had already been out for a while.
No, I mean I was born in '97, so I was like, granted, like when episode 1 came out,
Yeah.
I didn't know what was happening, but episode 2 and 3 I remember like pretty well.
Yeah, your 2 and 3 are my 5 and 6, because I was
Yeah.
Star Wars was 3 years old when I was born, and then I was 5 when Empire came out, and what? Oh no, I was 2 when Empire came. No, I was born when Empire came out. I was 3 years old when Jedi came out, so not quite the same, but yeah. So you're lucky, at least you were of the age where you could actually, like, if you were into Star Wars at that age, you could buy stuff because it was available. When I got into Star Wars, by the time I was into Star Wars, it was already off the shelves, so it was really hard to find toys and figures and stuff because Jedi had come out 3 years before I was about in the market for that kind of stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, and people probably didn't think it was going to well, actually I don't know, like did they retroactively make episodes 4 through 6 like that, or did they do that and then like they didn't I guess like they didn't like rename them until they planned on releasing the prequels?
Well, no, and that's a crazy thing. New Hope was always episode 4. Like it literally, if I'm not mistaken, I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure the title crawl says episode 4, New Hope, and then you had 5 and 6. Like even when I was a kid, I knew that was the thing. But there wasn't a 1, 2, and 3. It was just the idea that he had already thought of 1, 2, and 3. The crap thing though is he actually, a lot of the stuff that he didn't end up using for the original trilogy is stuff that he used for the the prequels. So it's kind of a, not to disparage the prequels, but it's almost like they got like the secondhand leftovers, like the stuff that he didn't use. Like I'm pretty sure, because originally Luke was Dark Star or Star Killer or something like that. It was some weird like edgelord name type thing that he still didn't use in the prequels. But I'm pretty sure they were.
Game though.
Say what?
I'm pretty sure Star Killer got used in a game though.
Yeah, he did. Yep. That was, I think he was the protagonist for the, is it Force? What was it called? It's the one where he's like controlling a Death Star or something. But
yeah,
he ends up beating Darth Vader. Anyway, it's a big convoluted mess. I think personally George probably should have stopped after the original trilogy. That's where his passion was. It was starting to fade at Jedi. He was starting to get a different perspective. Well, I shouldn't say that. He had more of a child view because he got divorced, I think in 84 or 85, so right after Jedi, and he adopted 2 daughters shortly there. Right before Jedi, which is why you see a lot of Jedi, like the Ewoks, were geared more towards children, because now he had children, so he was trying to create stuff for them. And then they had the Ewok series. And so the prequels were very much, okay, I have teenage daughters or young young daughters, so I'm going to make a trilogy for them or their age group more so. I mean, it's
Okay.
natural. It's all right. So what are we doing here? What, have you been reading this whole time?
No, I was looking. So I thought there was only 4 books, but there's 5, and I just picked up the 5th book. So I think I have to like actually read them. And it was just a little hard because we're talking about Star Wars, and I also love Star Wars. So yeah, that was a little hard.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I will shut up and let you read.
Okay, so this is the first book. As a child, Maradino was fascinated by the ephemeral dance of the flame. Prohibited from tinkering with his mother's matchbox, Maradino nevertheless dreamt of the day he'd be able to master a flame of his own. When he began his studies into the arcane wizarding arts, he came upon a spell that quite fascinated him. Ignea Capel, it was called, and it was promised to introduce his supple, growing mind to a world of magical fire. Maradino studied the spell long into the night. As the sun crested upon the horizon, he determined to try what he had learned. Carefully, precisely, he spoke the words on the page. A warm sensation came over him. Was it with the fire of knowledge? The power of the academic flame within? No, it was his very hair blazing and burning ever higher into the early morning. Maradino shrieked and dunked his head into his basin. He never attempted the spell again. Okay.
That's book 1.
The next one's called Maradino's Cold Bones. It had been nearly 3 months since Maradino had seen green. Day after day, he had gazed from the windows of his father's home, waiting for the torrent of snow to cease. After many weeks of cold, Maradino grew impatient. Who was the winter to decide how long to stay and when to go? Shouldn't a wiser fellow say? Maradino himself, for instance, make such an important decision? It was settled. Maradino himself would clear the winter from the land, and its denizens would laud him as a hero. He swathed himself in furs and, broom in hand, set to the task of sweeping every last snowflake into the bin. He worked for many long hours, but whatever progress he made would be quickly reversed by constant gentle powdering from above. Maradino wailed. Maradino stamped. He glared into the gray-white sky above him, pointed a finger straight into its colorless mass, and swore, "You will pay for this." Okay, this guy is interesting.
He's a moron.
Yeah.
He's Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully this next one's good. It's called Maradino's Devouring Greed.
Okay.
Maradino had had enough. His mother had been baking sweet after delicate sweet from morning till noon, yet she had expressly prohibited him from trying even the tiniest crumb of her creations. She'd holler and holler as he cried, but only the words, "Not for you," and "terrible," "must promise me," reached his ears between his banshee-like wails. Imagine it. The boot of the matriarch pressed so firmly upon his neck, and those sweets just laying about, untouched by his appreciative lips. But Maradino was no tyrant's thrall. No. He devised a plan to steal into the kitchen while the she-devil of the kitchen went to the outhouse to relieve herself. In less than an hour, she dashed out, and Maradino had dashed in, stealthy as a gorilla, determined to take what had been denied to him. Maradino had already shoved the fourth little pastry into his mouth when the despot returned. She screamed out and rushed over to our young revolutionary, and without ado began beating him about the back. Amid his pastry-addled cries, Maradino could only make out such meaningless phrases as "rat poison" and "dead by morning." Let her have her little cookies, decided Maradino, and later that evening, after having been forced to swallow no small amount of charcoal by way of punishment, they tasted terrible anyway. Jeez.
Wow. Oh my gosh, his poor mother.
Next one is called Stormy Nights. Okay, this one's a lot shorter. Nothing gave the young Maradino quite such a fright as a thunderstorm. The booming, the banging, the flashing, the fury. It was enough to drive any lad utterly mad. Fortunately for Maradino, he was in excellent company, for his father's dogs felt the exact same way. To prevent the whole brood from nervously chewing their own paws to the bone, Canine and Youth were confined to a deep dark cellar during times of storm. the dogs calm and young Meridino with them. There they remained, snug as bunnies, until the storm passed. Okay, that book didn't... See, none of these books really have, like, anything. Alright, but I'm on the last one. It's called Heavy
All right.
Rains. After a particularly vivid dream, Meridino was struck by an unshakable idea. His lair ought to be tucked deep into the earth, away from prying eyes and bothersome vagrants. And so he set out with a shovel, prepared to dig himself a palace worthy of one, Meridino to the power of 10. He would sit, he imagined, sultan-like, among his earthy pillars and muddy servants in his hidden mansion. Sky dwellers, scoffed he. What do they know of my ways? Late into the night did Meridino dig, but trouble brewed high up in the much maligned sky above Meridino. First, a droplet landed directly in Meridino's proud, unshifting eye. In the span of a single blink, Meridino's fortress to be was under attack by a million ceaseless dewy soldiers. The great hole he had intended as the foyer quickly filled with a swirling miasma of water, mud, and failure. Meridino trudged back to his father's house, disillusioned by the sky's ill intentions. He would have his revenge. This he swore. Okay, so that's all the books, and I thought there'd be like hints in there,
Uh-huh. Well,
but I didn't really get too much from that other than this guy's a freaking idiot.
yeah, and maybe that's all we needed to know. Is Meridino was I don't know. I would like to fight some kind of avatar of his, whether it's him or a skeleton or something, just because I think it'd be a comical. Like we wouldn't
Wait,
have to
hold
actually do
on.
anything. He would just kick his own butt.
Hold on a second. That's what I thought.
Is that Meridino? No, that's Kendara Eagleheart. And Kendara is about to die. What is Kendara?
This is the end for you!
Oh, well, charred remains. Well done. Oh crap. Oh,
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
wow. These are disciples of Meridino. How sad is that? Well, you all at least
my
got to be
God.
treated to some great literary works. The writers in this game clearly are very good. at
Yeah.
writing. I mean, they're certainly that's some of the appeal.
I definitely love the just the wording. It was when they were talking about his little fucking hole in the ground being rained on, it was filled with a miasma of rain, mud, and failure.
Right. Yep. Attacked by dewy, thousands of dewy
Soldiers.
soldiers. Yeah. Yeah. There's some great wordsmiths that were involved in this project. That's for darn sure.
All right, what are you weak to? I'm gonna target you. Oh, you're weak to fire. On the fire guy's turn.
Right. Sucks to be you. Wow.
Ooh.
Don't burn his whole study. There must be something left of. I don't know how he ended up coming to have such an amazing. I probably should have shot the guy right next to me. Crapola.
What's over that far hill?
Oh, that doesn't let me target it. Just lets me see it. Okay. Never mind.
Actually, you gave him extended range.
I gave him range?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, so it seems like me and Medino have a lot in common. We're both self-sabotaging turd muffins with no brains. Okay. All right. Oh, I meant to ram. That was dumb. Oh, I did. I actually selected ram and it didn't. Oh, target is blocked. That's why. Alright, whatever. Oh, yeah, there's a chair there.
Oh, shoot.
Zelda is strategically standing right in the way of everybody.
All right, he's weak to everything but earth and poison. And I accidentally took like 2 steps forward, so I wasted a bunch of action points.
Deliverance from the heavens.
Oh, my son's coming into the video.
Oh, nice. Just in time. Well,
Yeah.
hey, so there we go. So you got a little bit of literature, you got Vincenzo's son, and you got a battle at the end of the video. You can't ask for more than that. That's a trifecta.
Yeah, I'll just have to we'll just have to look into figuring out how to get in here, because it just says read the books and the path opens up, and I can see the room that we're supposed to go into, and we're supposed to fight Meriadino in there, but clearly we haven't looked hard enough.
All right.
So next episode, guys, we'll be doing that.
And we'll see you
Sorry, I
then.
was heading. Okay.